Goalkeepers dislike crosses and corners for many reasons, so in this video I'll show you how to deal with crosses and give you drills you can do to improve your claimant ability. We're going to break it down into environment, decision and execution. Starting with the environment. The environment dictates how you are positioned and what you need to do to be wary when the cross comes in. This means whether the cross is striking leg and the opposition's in the box. Firstly, for the corner or deep free kick, you would stand just behind the centre line of the goal, but depending on the cross's striking leg, you would be positioned higher or lower. For example, if the cross is taken from the right hand side with the right foot, then you would be positioned 1 to 2 steps off your line, as a cross coming in will most likely be an in-swinger, meaning it would curl towards the face of the goal. These in-swingers can be very dangerous, so you must be careful, as some in-swingers lead to goals. If the cross is coming from the left side with the right foot, then it's going to be an outswinger, meaning that the ball will go away from the goal. Therefore you'd stand 4 to 5 steps from the goal line to ensure that you can claim the ball in further areas in your box. When standing there, some goalkeepers like to hold their arms up in the air, but some like to keep them down, and that usually comes down to preference. However, if there is an annoying striker in your face, I would use my hands to keep them away from me. A good way to remember where to stand during a corner is left side and left foot equals in-swinger, right side or right foot also equals in-swinger, meaning that left and left equal in-swinger, right and right equal in-swinger. That means left and right or right and left equal outswinger. Now that we know where to position, you must also know how to position. You should stand with your body open, facing the ball at a 45-degree angle, so that you know what is going on in the box, but also so you can see the ball at all times. Not only that, with the body position, you can attack the ball, but also drop into the goal to save a header, but also it is easier to deal with crosses going to the back post. Now that we know how and where to position, what if that is altered due to the weather? For example, if the wind is pushing towards your goal, then you would stand closer to the goal line, as your goal has become more vulnerable. If the wind is pushing away from the goal, then you would stay in the same place as usual, because you don't want to be recklessly going too far for the ball and potentially miss it, because the wind took it away from you. But if the wind is pushing towards the corner taker, then you would position more centrally in the goal as the front post danger has increased. But if the wind is pushing in the opposite direction from the corner taker, then you'd position in the same area as usual, because if the ball goes up and over you, it would be safer to stay than try to claim the ball. The oppositions are the next thing to worry about. Firstly, you should position a player on your front post to protect the front area of the goal, and have a player marking zonally in the centre, whilst the rest of your team marks players man to man, but that can change due to manager tactics. If they have a designated player to stand on you during the corner, then ensure you have a player to protect you from any interruption. Now if the situation is a high free kick, then you would stand higher up in the box and more off centre to help with the run up and general positioning for the cross. You'd ensure that your players are in the position outside the box, keeping the offside line high, ensuring space to claim the ball. With the free kick position so high, you'd position higher than per usual and will have enough time to get back in case a shot is taken. Now we move on to decision. There are 2 decisions you make during a cross. Firstly, you must judge the ball's flight path and must decide whether you can go for it or not. Usually if the ball is going into the 6-yard box, then that's when you would try and get the ball. If the ball is heading towards the front post and the area in front, then most likely you will not have enough time to go and get the ball, meaning that you would get ready for a shot. If the ball is heading outside the 6-yard box, then you drop back ready for a shot unless you are in a high position and the ball is going just outside the 6, then you can get the ball. But you can also get the ball if it holds up in the air for an extremely long time and you are confident enough, then go for the ball. If the ball is floated into your box, then chances are you'd attack the ball if the ball is going towards your area. But the hardest one to deal with are the curling ones. When the ball curls, you need to judge how much it will curl to then probably adjust to the ball's flight path. Usually when the ball is kicked, then you'd wait a second or two before deciding what you are going to do. Remember, during this time, you must take micro steps adjusting to the ball at all times before claiming or dropping back, because this enables you to be in the best position at all times. As you make your decision, remember what you are going to do. Say keepers if you are going for the ball, and say away if you are dropping back. These messages help your team massively by telling them if you are going for the ball, they can protect you, and if you are dropping back, then they can focus on getting rid of the ball. So that's the first decision you need to make, whether you are going for the ball or not. If you aren't going for the ball, then that's the only decision you would make. But if you are going for the ball, then the second decision is whether you are going to punch it or catch it. Same concept applies for high free kicks. Now that we know our positioning and judgment, it's time to execute the claim. As you position correctly in correspondence to the ball and the player's striking leg, you would take micro steps as the ball is flying in, and then judge whether you will claim the ball or not. If you decide to claim the ball and the ball is going in the area, then you would run up towards it before jumping with one leg and having the other one to protect you. In this instance, as you run, you would take a power step with your right leg to get your body up into the air, but also have your left leg thrusted up for extra momentum on the jump. Not only that, you'd bend your upper body forwards with your arms down your sides before extending your back, and throwing your arms upwards for even more momentum on your elevation. As you ascend upwards, your power step leg would stay straight for stability, whilst your other leg would curl up to create a protective barrier from attackers if they come in to hit you mid-air. Remember, you would always use the barrier for claiming crosses, but it also matters how you would use it. Your power stepping leg would be the one nearer the goal, whereas the barrier would be facing the pitch to protect you. If your legs are the wrong way around, then an attacker can hit off balance really easily. As you jump up, your arms should be almost fully extended to catch the ball at the highest point. But for high levels, you'd be expecting to catch the ball at the highest point with your arms fully extended at full stretch. Your hands would be trying to catch the ball with W shape, trying to cushion it in. Your eyes must be fully concentrated during the entire time when the ball is travelling in the air into your hands. Your fingers and wrist must be firm to not let the ball leave your hands when catching it. As you catch the ball, you would hold it up in the air in case anyone tries to hit it away from you, or try to bring it into your chest to also protect the ball in case someone was trying to hit it away from you on the way down. Collisions in the air will happen between you and oppositions, therefore you must always keep concentrated on the ball even if someone hits you from the side. If the ball is going up and over your head, then you must cross over step to the ball and jump up towards it. This type of claim is unlikely for you to have your protective barrier up, but try to ensure you catch the ball at full stretch and even go to ground as you land to protect yourself. Sometimes for a cross, you need to guide over the bar or away from goal. But what if you go to punch the ball? If you go to punch the ball, then you need to follow the same steps, but instead of catching the ball, punch it with the center of your fist whilst following through to get the power to clear it beyond the box. Remember, when punching the ball, you want to hit it to the safe area, which is the sides instead of the center. If it's just a standard cross instead of corner and the ball is going mid-height, then you might just hit the ball whilst diving at it with your fist ready to punch it away from danger. If you catch the ball, try to hit the other team on the counter attack. Now that we know how to deal with crosses, here are some drills you can do to improve your claims and punches. The only drill I have is to practice claim crosses with other people in the box to make it more difficult, and a play on you to increase difficulty even more. Not only that, but you can take the corner back into a free kick to deal with. However, an extra addition you can do is to wear non-grip gloves when practicing. If you got to this bit of the video, comment down below save, and goodbye.